Welcome back, Boston Celtics fans, to another incredibly deep and massive analytical breakdown, right here on the channel, where we dive into the absolute most important storylines surrounding our amazing basketball team as we march toward another championship banner. We are completely skipping the long-winded introductions today and diving straight into the absolute masterpiece of a basketball game that we all just witnessed, and the one massive underlying storyline that is quietly brewing right below the surface of this incredibly dominant playoff run. Just about absolutely everything went completely right for the Boston Celtics in Game 1 of their first-round playoff series against the Philadelphia 76ers, which resulted in an absolutely dominant 123-91 blowout victory at the legendary TD Garden. It genuinely seemed like absolutely everything that head coach Joe Mazzulla touched instantly turned to pure gold during that entire afternoon. But there was one highly specific point of tactical interest that has been a massive story bubbling up below the surface for many months now, and that is the highly debated backup center situation. Ever since the Boston front office officially acquired the veteran Nikola Vucevic at the trade deadline earlier this year, it has been incredibly clear that he was intended to be the primary guy right behind our starting big man, Neemias Queta, in the daily rotation. But if we are being completely honest and evaluating everything we have actually seen unfold directly on the basketball court this entire season, the energetic Luka Garza is undeniably looking like the absolute better option for those highly crucial rotation minutes right now. Through exactly one intense playoff game, that specific narrative completely continues to be the absolute case. Vucevic was definitely still the very first big man summoned off the bench by the coaching staff, but he actually came into the game very early, specifically thanks to some highly unfortunate and very quick early foul trouble for Queta battling in the paint. Whether playing Garza heavy minutes was actually a direct part of the original coaching game plan or not remains a complete mystery to absolutely everyone outside of the locker room. But when Vucevic also stepped onto the floor and immediately picked up two incredibly quick fouls of his own, the coaching staff was forced to adapt, and we finally got to see some highly anticipated first-half Garza minutes in a high-stakes playoff game. And absolutely just as he has done for the vast majority of the entire regular season, Garza completely delivered the goods the moment his number was called. On his very first offensive possession stepping onto the hardwood, he crashed the glass incredibly hard, gobbled up a massive offensive rebound right over the opposing defenders, and successfully drew a hard foul to get to the free throw line. Just a few moments later, he brilliantly punished the Philadelphia 76ers for attempting to play a lazy zone defense by sinking a beautiful quick-release three-pointer from the perimeter that completely ignited the passionate home crowd. Right here in the absolute middle of this massive tactical breakdown, if you are truly enjoying our daily deep dives into the absolute best Boston Celtics basketball coverage anywhere on the internet, please take a quick second right now to passionately hit that subscribe button and leave a massive like on this video, because your continuous daily support is exactly what allows this channel to keep growing and bringing you the most detailed, tactical breakdowns available on the entire platform. Getting right back into the massive positional debate, we have to objectively acknowledge that Garza has simply outplayed Vucevic every single step of the way this year. With all the chaotic early foul trouble and the overall massive blowout nature of this specific game, it is honestly quite hard to make any completely definitive or conclusive takeaways about the strict future of the team rotations moving forward. But the highly analytical truth is that the early Vucevic minutes were incredibly uninspiring to watch, while Garza quickly came into the game and immediately made his physical presence heavily felt on both ends of the floor. Vucevic did eventually rebound to have a relatively solid game, as did pretty much absolutely everyone who played in the massive blowout victory. But if Joe Mazzulla genuinely thought this highly contested positional situation was just going to miraculously work itself out organically so far, he is completely dead wrong. Garza has absolutely not relented at all, and he just keeps relentlessly making the absolute most of his highly limited opportunities whenever he touches the floor. On a specific night where the entire team overall honestly did not have its typical relentless energy aggressively attacking the offensive glass, Garza miraculously pulled down 2 of the 5 total offensive boards for the entire Boston roster in just 14 short minutes of playing time. That is exactly the specific kind of relentless physical engagement and high motor energy the team desperately needs from the backup center position, and Luka simply plays with absolute pure playoff intensity for every single second he is actively out there on the court. He definitely has his own minor issues with occasionally fouling too much, and he certainly has plenty of well-documented physical shortcomings on the defensive end of the floor when asked to switch on to faster guards. But Vucevic has honestly just been far too inconsistent and borderline lethargic at certain times when defending the pick and roll. This specific rotational debate is honestly probably not going to severely cost the Celtics in this current first-round series against Philadelphia, simply because the Sixers look completely lost and overwhelmed, but looking forward to future rounds in potential grueling physical matchups against deeply talented teams like the New York Knicks or the Detroit Pistons. This specific backup center battle is going to easily become a massive deal that could determine the entire season. Hopefully Joe Mazzulla remains completely open-minded to absolutely all tactical options, and he will be incredibly quick to do exactly what is best for the overall success of the team, but he simply will not have very long to officially decide on a permanent rotation. Maybe the veteran Vucevic truly is the absolute best and most stable option to trust in highly stressful situations. But it may just as well be the absolute relentless hustle and perimeter shooting of Garza that unlocks the second unit. Maybe the ultimate coaching answer is brilliantly rolling all three capable centers, depending entirely on the specific matchup, with both backups playing very short, highly energetic stints to stay fresh. Or maybe it is just a brilliant, highly versatile combination of Jason Tatum and the young athletic Jordan Walsh playing together as completely positionless small ball big men to completely run opposing traditional centers entirely off the floor. At the absolute end of the day, I am definitely going to give Joe Mazzulla the ultimate benefit of the doubt to brilliantly figure this complex puzzle out and lead us to the promised land, but on a completely stacked championship roster that honestly does not have very many glaring issues or lingering question marks. This specific frontcourt rotation debate absolutely has the clear potential to become a massive one if it is not handled perfectly in the coming weeks.